The reason you're broke has little to do with your job, your education, or even the economy. You've probably spent a lot of time thinking that if you just earned a little more, or if your luck changed, things would get better. But what if the real reason is something much deeper? Something more personal? That you actually have the power to change? You see, the problem isn't just your paycheck. It's how you think about money, and more importantly, how you think about yourself in relation to money. Now, I know that might sound simple, almost too simple, but stick with me, because this isn't about quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. It's about exploring something that has the potential to not only change your financial life, but how you view the world around you. The truth is, your mindset is the silent architect of your financial reality. Think about that for a second. It's not just the numbers in your bank account that hold you back. It's the beliefs you carry about money, beliefs you might not even be aware of, that shape how you manage, spend, and earn. And it's these beliefs, more than any external circumstance, that keep so many people stuck in a cycle of financial struggle. Let's be real. Being broke is something most of us have experienced at one time or another. That anxiety of checking your bank balance and realizing you've only got enough to scrape by. Or worse, finding that you're already in the red before the month's even halfway over. Maybe you've felt that recently. The rent's due, the car payment is hanging over your head, and then, just when you think you've got it all figured out, something unexpected comes up. A medical bill, a car repair, or even something as simple as groceries costing more than you planned. Suddenly, you're drowning again. It's suffocating, isn't it? But here's the thing. Being broke isn't just about money. It feels like a lack of options, a lack of control over your life. It makes you feel powerless. But what if I told you that this feeling isn't just a reflection of your bank account, but of something happening inside of you? And what if the key to breaking free from this endless cycle wasn't found outside of you, but within? You see, being broke isn't just about how much money you have. It's about how you see yourself in relation to money. It's the beliefs you've carried with you, maybe from childhood, that have shaped your financial reality. Think back to when you were growing up. How many times did you hear things like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that"? How often did you watch the adults around you struggle with money, or avoid talking about it altogether? Without realizing it, we absorb these messages. We begin to believe that money is hard to come by, that financial success is something for other people, not for us. Over time, that belief becomes our reality. We start living in a state of scarcity, convinced that there will never be enough to go around. And that scarcity mindset? It's subtle, but incredibly powerful. It's that voice in your head that says, "I can't afford that," before you even consider whether you could. It's the reflexive, "That's out of my reach," that shuts down possibilities before you even explore them. It's the feeling that financial success is something that happens to other people, but not to you. But here's the good news. That mindset? It can change. What if you could retrain your mind to see possibilities where you once saw limitations? Let's take a moment to look at some of the people we admire today. People who faced incredible financial hardship, but refused to let it define them. Take Abraham Lincoln, for example. Before becoming one of the most respected U.S. presidents, he faced severe poverty. He worked low-paying jobs, failed in business more than once, and for years, his financial situation was nothing short of bleak. But he didn't let that define his future. He believed he was capable of more, and that belief changed the course of his life and history. Or look at J.K. Rowling. Before becoming one of the world's most successful authors, she was a single mother living on welfare, struggling with depression. She could have let those challenges defeat her, but instead, she leaned into her vision. She believed in the story she wanted to tell, even when her bank account told a different story. Her external circumstances didn't change overnight, but her mindset did, and that's what made all the difference. Think about Henry Ford, who once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." It's such a simple statement, but it holds incredible power. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. So, what do you believe about money? Do you believe that financial success is possible for you, or do you believe you're destined to struggle? Because here's the truth. Your beliefs are the foundation of your financial future. And the best part, you have the power to change those beliefs. Most people don't even realize they're living in a scarcity mindset. It's not something we consciously choose. It's something we inherit, absorb, and internalize over time. The scarcity mindset is like a filter that colors everything you see. It's that automatic reaction of, I can't afford that, without even considering how you might be able to. It's the habit of shutting yourself off from opportunities before you've even explored them. And here's the kicker. Your brain is wired to reinforce whatever belief you hold. If you believe you're destined to struggle, your brain will go out of its way to prove that belief right. It will ignore opportunities that don't fit that narrative. So many of us get stuck in this trap without even realizing it. We think it's our job, our circumstances, or even the economy that's keeping us broke. But the real trap is in our own minds. The real problem isn't the external world. It's the stories we've told ourselves about money and what's possible for us. Now, what if you could shift from that scarcity mindset to one of abundance? Imagine your mind is a garden. If you keep planting weeds, thoughts like, I'll never get ahead, or I'm always going to be in debt, what do you think will grow? More weeds. But what happens when you start planting seeds of possibility? When you begin asking yourself, how can I improve my financial situation? Instead of, why is it always so hard? Suddenly, you're nurturing a garden of opportunity. Your brain shifts from problem mode to solution mode, from limitation to possibility. One simple way to start this shift is through gratitude. I know, it sounds too simple, right? But there's real power in it. When you wake up each day and focus on what you already have, whether it's your health, a roof over your head, or just the chance to start fresh, you retrain your brain to see opportunities instead of limitations. You move from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. And here's another tool, visualization. No, I'm not talking about daydreaming. I mean actively creating a vision for your financial future. What does financial freedom look like for you? What specific goals do you want to achieve? When you have a clear picture of where you're headed, your brain shifts into action mode. You stop just getting by, and you start working towards something tangible. Now here's the thing. Mindset is powerful, but without action, it's just a dream. Shifting your thoughts is the first step, but you've got to follow that up with action. You've got to prove to yourself day by day that change is possible. What can you do today to align your actions with your new mindset? Maybe it's starting a side hustle, something small that can grow over time. Or maybe it's as simple as committing to save a little each week, even if it's just a small amount. The key is consistency, because every time you take action, you're reinforcing that new belief system that says, I am capable of financial freedom. And remember, learning is one of the most important actions you can take. If there's a skill you need to move forward, whether it's budgeting, investing, or negotiating for a raise, now is the time to invest in yourself. Think about the people we talked about earlier. Lincoln, Rowling, Ford. They didn't just believe in their success, they worked for it. They learned, they grew, they failed, and they kept going. So ask yourself, what am I willing to do to make financial freedom my reality? Changing your mindset will open the door, but your actions are what will take you through it. And here's a thought. What if being broke wasn't your final destination? What if it was just a phase, a temporary stop on the journey to something greater? This mindset shift alone could be the difference between staying stuck and breaking free. When you start to see your current financial situation as temporary rather than permanent, you begin to take the actions necessary to move beyond it. No matter how deep in debt or financial stress you feel right now, there is always a way out. But it's not about waiting for some overnight miracle. It's about creating momentum. Small, consistent actions are the key. Save a little each week, cut back on unnecessary expenses, learn something new about managing money. These steps might seem small, but over time they compound. And as you begin to see progress, that progress fuels even more progress. Here's something I want to leave you with. Consistency is everything. You don't have to have everything figured out today. You just need to take that first small step and then the next. You won't see results overnight, but if you stay consistent, believing in possibilities, taking small actions, and building momentum. You'll look back one day and realize you're no longer in the same place you once were. We've covered a lot today, and I hope you take this with you. Being broke isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's about your mindset, your beliefs, and the actions you take. The road to abundance isn't paved with luck. It's built on a mindset that believes in possibility, a heart that's willing to take small but consistent steps, and a spirit that refuses to give up. So let me ask you, what's really stopping you? Is it the world around you, or is it the beliefs you've held for so long that you don't even notice they're holding you back? Your financial future is in your hands. You are capable of abundance if you believe it, if you think it, and if you act on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, you control your financial destiny. Take that first step today and start building the life of abundance you deserve.